Welcome to the MVP.
Smash You Podcast.
Yeah, we back again another week to give you the podcast that only him and I and him can give to you. You heard me?
Hello.
We here to give it to you. You know what I'm talking about?
That's only right. That's only right.
It's only right. It's only right because you know what we're talking about today. The boy Will Smith. We giving our, it's the MVP book club. You know what I'm saying? Might as well call it that today.
All right.
Give our thoughts and opinions on the Will Smith book.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, if you got anything else, we'll touch on that after that. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely got to get to that because the people been waiting at least a week for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But before we get into all that goodness, how was your week, man? What's going on, Chief?
My week be indifferent, but immaculate at the same time. Mm-hmm. I say that because it'd be peaceful, but strenuous at the same time. Okay. It'd be funny, but it'd be weird at the same time. Okay. And the weird, funny shit happened to me about 2 days ago. Okay. Mm-hmm. The setting. Let me set the picture. Okay. Let me set the scene. I'm at work. Okay. Looking at my hands. Y'all know I take care of myself. I get manicures and pedicures. Ain't nothing new. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at my fingers. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's about time. You know what I'm talking about? It's about time. So I'm like, shit, I don't know if I can get to this other place once I get off work, to another camp. Just to find out that the salon was closed. So I'm like, shit, I got to take a chance. Let me see if there's one around where I live. All right. Mm-hmm. Google search. Came up with a spot because all the spas outside is for the ladies. So I need one for the men. So I find one, right? Mm-hmm. I said, hey, perfect. They're right around the corner from the building. I said, hey, man, I need a manicure and a pedicure. Y'all can do that there? They say, yeah. I was like, okay, and this is the spot for the men, correct? He said, yeah. I said, no problem. I said, I'll be there X and X time. I pull up to the spot. I go inside. All right. They got barbers. They do massages. They do everything up in there. So, somebody getting a haircut. I see a lady at the front. You know what I'm saying? She's an employee. See a guy at the front. He's like, oh, I talked to you on the phone. I said, yeah. So he was like, okay, follow me. Right. Mm-hmm. Cool, no problem. We go to the nail room, right? Where you got the big chair and, they put your feet in the tub and all that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I bet. So I'm getting situated. And next thing I know, I'm like, okay, who I'm waiting on? I'm waiting on the lady to come. And he was like, no. I was like, well, who doing it? He's like, I am. I'm like, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right. Now in the States, there are men who do are nail technicians. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I've had, the male counterparts, they've done a manicure and a pedicure for me before. So I didn't feel no type of way, but I'm in a foreign country. I don't know if your skills is up to par. All right. So he starts with the feet first. I ain't gonna lie. Brother was scrubbing the hell out of my feet, man. I said, okay, you might be just okay. You might do a great job. Okay. Mm-hmm. Knocked out. No problem, right? I fell asleep. Got tired. You know what I'm saying? I fell asleep while niggas was doing my nails. I woke up, all I saw, I couldn't tell how good it was or how bad it was. All I know is the nigga cut the nails real low. And, they put gloss. They don't put a liquid, but it's real shiny after they finish. So I can't really tell if you hijack the cuticle skin or not. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, shit, man, it don't even make sense for me to go to sleep. I'm gonna just go right to work after this. It was late. It was about 1 o'clock when I finished. Yeah. For me to go to sleep and wake up, I would have had to wake up 3 hours later. So what is the point, right?
That nigga was he was doing your feet and nails and all that long?
Well, I stayed at work. I stayed on my camp until 9 o'clock. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was supposed to leave, I get off 6:30. So I was supposed to leave, but I didn't get out. Mm-hmm. Because I was waiting because everything opens at 8. Yeah. So yeah. So I had to make it's great. And then it takes me an hour and a half just to drive home. So I got there late. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I pulled up about 10:15. To the apartment. So I finished I looked at the time. It was 1 o'clock. When I was talking to Suki was like, you might as well just get a massage. At least you'll be relaxed and tired, as opposed to just tired and hurting. I said, okay, no problem. She's like, maybe you'll fall asleep on the table. I said, okay, no problem. So I'm like, yo, let me get a massage. So there was one that was they was all cheap, but they were all hour longs. So I was like, okay, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Something that'll keep me awake, or I'll be, you know what I'm saying, for a minute. So just trying to deter it before it bothered me. So I'm like, all right, yo, let me get a massage, right? He's talking about, like, oh yeah, we got the Indian massage. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? He's reading it to me, like saying the name. Okay, I can see the name, but what is it? Oh, it's a massage. You know, you can get the forehand massage. I understand that. I can count what it says, and I can see what kind of massage is it? Is it a deep tissue? Is it this? Is it that? Oh, yeah. It's like pressure, good for the joints. I said, okay, you know, my body broke down. Let me get that. Okay. I said, let me get the forehands. Now, still, I'm thinking the ladies is going to come into play sometime soon. Okay. Go to the back room. Same dude that did my manicure, pedicure, he shows me the room. Okay, you get changed in here. No problem. So he shows me like what kind of the serviceable underwear that they give you, right? So he gave me, check this, right? So he gave me these, I've had them when I had surgeries before, you know what I'm saying? Like they let you at least put something under your gown, you know what I'm saying? So your junk ain't everywhere. So I'm like, all right. So he was like, a lot of people complain that it's too tight. It probably won't fit. I'm like, all right. And he was like, if it don't fit, you can just put the towel on. I'm like, all right. So I tried them joints. Nope, didn't work. He said, no, sir, this not gonna cut it. No, sir. So, you know, took them disposables off, throw it in the trash. I was like, I guess I'm just be laying here in the towel. Cool, no problem. So I'm on the table. All right. The masseuse comes in, or the massager, or whoever, you know what I'm saying? It's a guy. So I'm like, okay, I've had a guy give me a massage before as well. I'm not tripping still. Okay. But I've never like, okay, so I'm in the towel, so I'm still good. I feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what, so he was like, no to the towel. Okay. So he was like, I was like, no, the other guy told me I could use the towel. And he said, no, you got to put this on. So he didn't give me the blue one. He gave me something different. All right. I'm holding my tablet because I got my notes for the little thing. All right. So I kid you not, this is what this motherfucker gave me. He gave me something. Literally, this is probably, y'all, I promise, this is probably the length and the width of what this brother gave me. Okay. He said, put this on. Okay? I had to make shift it. All right. It's literally a piece of toilet paper, y'all. Literally a piece of toilet paper on a string. On a string. He said, put that on. So wrap it around your waist like so. Tuck your junk and then throw it in the back and pull it and then strap it. And I'm thinking to myself like, nigga, what? First of all, nigga, what the fuck is this though? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, come on now, man. You really think maybe in your country that'll work? Maybe in your nationality, but bro, not me. Not me. Okay. And two, like, what is this? I said, nah, bro, this can't be real. So this is how like no, I say, yo, nigga, I cannot make this up. So I'm like, if this is the only way that I can do it. And I'm like, I'm like, all right, well, excuse yourself, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm naked underneath. Excuse yourself. So he steps out. I'm in there, okay, the front, no problem. It ain't doing what it's supposed to, but I got it there. But I can't get it tied around in the back, like to fit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is very difficult, you know what I'm saying? But I got it to work. And I laid down, but I feel vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I got is literally a piece of toilet paper up the crack of my ass. You know what I'm saying? So, dude was like, you know, he was like, well, yeah, the forehand isn't available. Honestly, that's actually better. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't want four hands, a man rubbing on me. You know what I'm talking about? With a piece of toilet paper in between my John Hines parts. All right. It's a stretch for me to let you do this right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, man. All right. So lay down on the table. And next thing I know, brother, like just took the strip that was covering my ass crack, that piece of toilet paper, and just like shoved it in between my legs. So you know, he was like, yeah, you know, I'm like, all right, so I'm trying to, you know, okay, we being professional. Let me be a customer. You know what I'm talking about? Like, let me do what I'm supposed to do here. So he was like, yeah, so the oil, you know, do you want hot oil? Like, you want me to warm it up? Yeah, that's fine, man. I ain't no problem with that. They can put cold ass oil on me, man. I said, bro, I thought this was, I'm like, yo, I thought this was supposed to be warm, hot, even. He said, oh, yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm like, all right, man. So I'm talking like, yo, this nigga was basting me, bro. Like, I swear I was about to go on the grill. That nigga had me like so slippery, bro. I'm like, oh my God, man. So he's rubbing, you know, he's on the back and shit like that. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's when you start to apply your hands to my backside that I don't like. Like, bro, you don't have to massage not one tissue of my ass muscle whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? But he's like forearming me and all that. And I'm like, bro, I'm so uncomfortable right now. Like, I just want to stop the whole massage. Okay. So we get through. Next thing I know, he's like, yeah, turn over. And I'm like, dog, like, this shit's not covering up none of my shit for me to be turning over. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you've already unbuckled the harness in the back. You know what I'm saying? That would keep me strapped in. You know what I'm saying? So, man, this nigga's like really aggressive on my thighs. Like, bro, you got my nuts swinging. Like, come on, my G. Like, this ain't it, G. This ain't it, man. I ain't never been so happy to get done with a massage in my life. I will never go back there. Okay? So, boy was like, okay, yeah, you can get up now. You can go into the shower, right? It's a steam room. I'm like, all right, cool. So, I was like, can you give me a towel, bro? Like, I'm exposed here. You know what I'm saying? And you just standing around looking at me like, bro, this not that. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to, all right, I understand. Like, when I was laying on the table, yeah, you got whatever. You know what I'm saying? Once I get up, nigga, nah, bro, you need to remove yourself. All right? I go into the steam room. He's like, yeah, sit there for 15 minutes. That was the best thing because I haven't been in a steam room sauna in over 2 years because of the pandemic, right? So this brought back good energy, good vibes. Like, I was enjoying my time right there. Okay. So he says, yeah, sit down. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting on the tile, you know, in the shower, and the steam starts to blow. He doesn't tell me where the steam blower is at. I can't see shit. The room is already foggy. Okay. I'm sitting there. It's by my foot. Guess what happens? Burn my foot. Okay. Steam come out just like you see in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Just one of them type things. I said, oh, goddamn. I said, yo, man. Okay. All right. So I get through that, man. I come out the shower. The dude is in there like, bro, I'm naked and wet. Why are you standing here, man? So I'm like, bro, you need to get up out the room, man. And I'm like, every time I turn somewhere, you're right there. It's a big ass room. Why are you in my area, like just looking at me and smiling, bro? It's not happening. Okay. Now, after that, like I said, when I checked out, dude was like, you know, yeah, man, tell your friends. I said, yeah, I ain't telling nobody nothing about this place. To play a joke or a practical on them, yeah, I'll tell them to come here. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, I'm not going back there. So it seems as though I have the worst luck with massages, man. With massage ones. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's always something, man. Like last time the girl was playing the forearm, up and down my ass crack, you know what I'm talking about, and passing gas, like all of this shit. And then like, man, I can't buy a bucket, bro. Like, this is terrible, man. I think massages just ain't my thing, bro. I think I'm gonna just get a massage chair. You know what I'm saying? Like the all-inclusive one, even the ones that do the shiatsus on your leg. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, man, I think I'm done with the parlor life, bro. Like, after wearing a piece of toilet paper as a yeah.
Man.
Yeah. That's about it. That's all I can think of to tell you, man, this week. Like, sloppy.
I ain't never been wanting to be in massage. I think I told you before, man. Like, I ain't about just strangers touching on me for no reason. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, I don't like people touching on me for no reason. But, well, I guess it's a reason, but I still don't like the shit, man. And then they would have gave me that little thing. I think it was because you said, is it for the men? For the men, and he probably got it cold like you want men's on you at all times.
I don't know, man.
That's what I think
don't know what that was.
I think he wasn't hearing you right. I think the language was a little off. I think he was like, "Oh, nah, we gotta have men's here."
Yeah, they had this though. They had this though for you, boy. You gonna put that on, daddy? That's
it. Somebody there looking like Yokozuna. You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on, man.
Sumo wrestlers got more protection, dog. This shit terrible, man.
Oh, man.
Said, man. Hey, boy.
They tried to play you, boy.
They tried, man. They tried. I was ready to fight, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, man. Them niggas was pissing me off, man. For real, dog. For real. I was like, man, just come on, man. Get it over with. You know what I'm saying? Talking to me and shit, bro.
I would like, look, is he? Yo, you ain't got no women back there? Like, come on, Chief. Like, give me.
Yeah, I really was not expecting that. For real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been to the Hilton. I've been to the Four Seasons one out here. Never been that exposed. Never been that uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But this one,
man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm secure with myself.
Yeah.
I'm secure enough with myself to know I don't want dude touching on me like that. Like, just go get the lady, man. It ain't nothing. I don't think nothing of you, Chief. But yo, go get old girl over there. I saw the front desk, man. Nah, hell nah. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, man. I don't know what that was about though. So
up there, he put that thing in your ass crack.
And then removed it. Hey.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I tell you what, I ain't got no story that good. I ain't got shit. I leave it at that. I ain't shit. I can't top that at all, nigga. You got that one. You got this one.
I don't want you to, man. I don't want you to.
Oh man. Oh shoot. Well, I'm just imagining this shit, boy. That's funny as hell, boy. Yeah, next time you go, stop. Don't be like with the man stuff. Just be like, yo, I'm coming through. You know what I'm saying? You got any open?
Yeah. I ain't gonna do that no more. I'm all right. I ain't gotta worry about that. I'll wait. I will literally drive after work, wait, stay up, go to the base, and let the ladies do it. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? It's guaranteed the ladies is over there. So I let them. I ain't feminist or the what you call a man, masculine. I don't know what the word is for the man.
Whatever it is.
Feminist, maninist, I don't know. Make a word.
Whatever it is, they don't want men rubbing up on me, man. That's what it is.
I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? I can be comfortable, but if I'm uncomfortable like that, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comfortable in my skin. I understand that, you know, what I'm here for. And I understand that men do this job as well, especially in the country that I'm in. You know what I mean? Like it's differently structured. So I get that out in the economy, it has to be a certain way. You know what I mean? But on base, it's women that work here. I'm more comfortable with a woman massaging. You know what I'm saying? And I had a massage by the ladies like 2-3 weeks back, right? What was my last manicure pedicure? She did phenomenal. Okay, I had no problems whatsoever. I'm talking. She was climbing on my back, doing the little leg thing, like that you see. Yeah, dog, she was on it. Name's Lita. Lita put this. No,
that's like a barber, man. You gonna switch up the barber.
That's where I was trying to go. This is where I was trying to go. But you know, she was like, okay, you know, she was like digging, and I'm not about to be no bitch, man. I'm not about to act like a woman can hurt me. Yo, man, she had me damn near in tears. She was like she started off on 10. She didn't like try to 1, 2, 3 and go build up. No, she started at 10 and she was like, okay, is this all right? Yeah, we good. I'm not about to tell you no, baby, that hurt. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. I'm gonna just take it. I'm gonna take it.
I would shit. I'd be like, man, god damn, what is you doing to my back?
She was, I don't know what it was. It felt like the head of a hammer on my neck, nigga. Like I don't know what. And she's an older lady. Lita's about maybe 50, like late 50s. You know what I'm talking about? But she was strong like a bull that night, goddamn. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you good. Yeah, you getting it. Yeah. Boy, I'm glad my face was in the little hole thing because, man, shit, boy.
You should have been honest, man. You'd have enjoyed it more. You know what I'm talking about? Just been honest.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's something deep down that I don't know. Some technique that's supposed to release. You know what I'm talking about? So I'll just let her rock it. I let her do a thing.
Kim went to massage therapy school. You know what I'm talking about? She ain't graduated, but she went there, and she knows like techniques and all that stuff. So she massaged me and all that. I'd be like, God damn, you hurting me, man. Like this shit hurt. Like this was motherfuckers like I'm cool on this. Like I don't need all that. Man,
I'm with you.
Anyway, let's get to what we got at hand today. We got a book by Mr. Willard. I can't remember his last name, Smith.
Some middle name C.
I can't remember his middle name. You got it. You got it on your tablet. Shoot.
Carol.
There we
Willard
go.
Carroll Smith.
Willard Carroll Smith.
Or the second. I'm sorry.
I listened to it on Audible. I didn't read the book. So I listened to it on Audible. I think it was a great experience. Listen to it on Audible. You got to hear music, got to hear him sing, all that kind of stuff. I thought it was kind of dope the way they incorporate like songs and shit in there. It kind of set the mood with some things when he was going and like they had a church scene or something like that. It kind of like set the mood on different scenes because he had music and stuff going with it. So I enjoyed that way. You read it, or how did you?
Well, I endured the first 5 chapters of reading. I ain't gonna lie, like I was like, God damn, that's a lot of words. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't order stuff. I don't really like download stuff. So I thought like the Kindle, right? So I downloaded the Kindle app and bought the book. I thought the Kindle was an audio, or it was like dual. It's my first purchase. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it and I tap on it and I just see words and I'm like, hold up, where's the icon so I can hear the shit? You know what I'm saying? And I didn't buy the audio. I bought the book. You know what I'm saying? So I was sitting here reading, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't even be done today if I was still reading. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to Franz, and Franz was like, "Man, if you don't download that thing," and I'm like, "I thought I did, man. I thought I did, but." I finally got to it, for chapter 6 and the ending of it, what I'm saying, for the rest of it. And like he was telling me, what I'm saying, like being able to hear the stories told by him and the incorporation of the music in the backgrounds and, him switching up the accents in certain areas, what I'm saying? Like, I thought that was great, what I'm saying, for a listener. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was just reading it, it would have been in my voice the whole damn time. And I wouldn't have heard like the excitement or the sadness, the frustration or anything else like that. So I thought, from here on, I'm audio only. You know what I'm saying? Like if they read it like Willard, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But, man, hell yeah. So I should go back and listen to the first 5 chapters. Maybe it'll be a lot better. Because talking about building bricks, building walls and shit was a little bit, it was probably drier than the paste, dryness, than the concrete. So,
but it all tied in to the whole book.
And it does.
So
it really did.
I thought the story was written well, told well. He focused on the story between him and his dad a lot. You know what I'm saying? The relationship that him and his father had. And how it kind of had him on the trajectory that he is on today, and how he got over some things in order to be a better person that he feels to be a better person. Is that a good quick synopsis for all those people that didn't read the book? Just real quick. I know pretty much more stuff in there.
No, that's in a nutshell. Yeah. Pretty much like you're saying, his upbringing, the history behind it, and what motivated him. Maybe, not necessarily the best way, but you could see why his demeanor was what it was. You know what I mean? One thing I will say, without that doesn't mess up the book for anybody, honestly, because it's still phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? It's great to read or listen to, or however you digest it. I was looking for, something else. You know what I mean? Like I wanted the boy to really talk about the red table talk shit.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear about the swinger accusations. Like I wanted you to talk about some of these rumors that are juicy like that. You know what I'm talking about? And unfortunately, us as readers, he gave you like a time frame of a gap in which him and Jada, split or whatever like that. But he talked more about his journey as opposed to the route that he took. You know what I'm saying? But I was looking for that. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know about the hoes that you knocked down, bro. Like, who are they really? You know what I'm talking about? Because you was out here talking about you getting mad pussy. Like, nigga, who the ones now, though, when you took your break? Like, we know about August. I know, bro, you should have dropped one for your boy. It's for the listeners. You didn't have to tell them all, but bro, if you holding one, you should have told one, man. You know what I'm talking about? Now, if it's annihilation, you keep that to yourself, nigga. I know your ass. But yeah, man, anybody else, man. Go ahead though. But I was looking for that. But yeah, it just talks about like what I call it is retroflexion. Okay, is the best word that I can give it. It's not even a word, but it's my word. Okay, so retroflexion is retrospect and reflection all in one. Okay, so that's the best way that I could sum it up. Trials and tribulations, who I was to who I am. And that, he did his, I enjoyed it, man. From 6 onward. Because, like I said, 1 through 5, I was tired. My eyes was hurting. Reading.
I definitely enjoyed it, man. You know what I'm talking about? If you haven't read it, turn this off right now. Go read it and come back to us, or listen to it and then come back to us, and then we'll pick up from there. I gave y'all some time, so I don't want to hear no shit about y'all. Y'all ruined it for me or whatever. That's on y'all. You know what I'm talking about? This is your point to turn the motherfucker off right now. You heard it?
Before you do, give us that thumbs up. Go ahead now.
And like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, thumbs up, you know what I'm saying? Comment, whatever it is. Bye. See y'all when y'all finish reading it. Or if you just want the Cliff Notes versions, stay right here and we'll give it to you. I'll start with you, man. What points you think is necessary for us to talk about you? I know you want to start off younger and then older. How you
let's
want
build
to
it up. We build up. We walk through
I ain't never really been in the book club before, so I don't know how this works, man.
I guess just give our honest opinion, like we would do a music review or a movie review. You know what I'm saying? Or we could do it like the preachers, the pastors. Pick up your Bible and turn to page 29. Okay? And there you will find and you will see one line that sticks out more than the rest. Okay? It goes, sometimes we'd rather blindfold ourselves than take a cold, hard look at the world exactly as it is. The problem is delusion. And it works like a poison honey. It tastes sweet in the beginning, but ultimately ends in sickness and misery. The stories we tell ourselves, which are designed for our protection, are the same stories that create the walls that prevent the very connections we so desperately crave. And there lies the beginning of Willard Carroll Smith. Amen.
That was good. Amen. That was good.
So right now, Gigi is clapping for me. Gigi somewhere. Gigi's happy. Shout out to you, Gigi. I like her character too. Well, she's not a character, but I like the way that he described, Gigi. You know what I'm saying? A lot of put like this. In the beginning, he opens with the building of the wall. You know what I'm saying? And then I should have highlighted that part because I did like the saying that he came to at the end. The building of the wall, and instead of looking at the wall as this insurmountable feat, you know what I mean? Putting one brick at a time. Daddy-O telling him focus on one brick at a time. That's your job. Stop looking at everything else. Focus on one thing at a time. And honestly, for the book to start off like that, retroflexion. Because I think in life, a lot of us look at the whole instead of the sums of the parts and get overwhelmed and discouraged or disparaged. You know what I'm saying? Like it just seems like that's where a lot of people's stress lie. And I'm like that to a T. And I think the best correlation I can give everybody, this is the linear line. Bills, credit cards. You know your balance. You look at how much you fucking owe, and you be like, God damn, I ain't never gonna get there. But if you focus on what you can control, 200, 500 at a time, don't look at that. Look at that. You know what I mean? Like put forth that foot. Okay, one foot in front of the other, and before you know it, that hole is gonna get smaller and smaller until you lay that last brick. All right, so that's the correlation that I can give for people who didn't actually, receive the message the way it was supposed to. Because we all got bills. I know I got credit card bills. And I look at the motherfucking balance. I'm like, goddamn motherfucker. Goddamn motherfucker. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on 500, 750 at a time. I can work with that. You know what I'm saying? But
oh no, I'm saying that's the same thing I gotta tell people with the post office all the time when they first start working. They put all that shit in somebody's truck. All they see is everything in that truck. You focus on this one package at a time. Get this shit to the door. By the time you look at it at the end of the day, the shit halfway is gone. Ain't nothing left in there. You know what I'm saying? You got to focus on what you own right now. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I like what he said about that. I'm glad you highlighted that. That was dope.
Yeah. Okay. So I rather enjoy that. And then, he went into after that portion, he just talked about, if I'm not mistaken, he went into his father. He went into his parents, right? How they met in their situations and, the ideals of, the characters that they portray. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense as the story builds as to why the lessons that he learned were different or indifferent. All right. Not gonna lie, like I got tired of reading about the origins of stuff at the onset because I was reading. Like I said, maybe the audio had it booming. I don't know, bro, but I was in the whoo, nigga. Maybe I don't like my voice in my head because I was tired of hearing it. You know what I'm saying? So, understanding his father, okay, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I understood it immediately. You know what I mean? His mother.
We gotta tell the people about his dad.
Which
you know what I'm talking about? His dad was the no nonsense nigga at all. He didn't play no games. He one of them niggas that he say something, he meant it. You got to get that shit done. He said something about the mission. He talked about when there's a mission, there's only one leader. He said because if there's more than one leader, we gonna die or something like that.
Gonna die. Yeah.
I thought that was a real, you know what I'm saying, real dope. It kind of explained his dad, like, yo, he real regimented and get the shit done. Don't come back to me until the shit done. He ain't want to hear all that. And that kind of played a big part on Will, like how he is today, as far as how focused he gets in a task and goes all the way out. You know what I'm talking about? Goes crazy with it, and he has to get it done. So I thought that was something. But his dad is just, and also his dad used to beat his mama. Side note.
Yeah, that too.
Side note. But he just that old school. Let me see, Ike Turner type nigga, maybe. Maybe
Joe Jackson. Huh? Joe Jackson without the music.
Joe Jackson. There we go. Joe Jackson. Joe
Jackson without the Jackson 5. You know what I'm talking about?
See Ike, but yeah.
Oh, Joe because
yeah. So that just to get it in your mind, you know what I'm talking about? Just so y'all know what kind of man his dad was.
I was I would say there's the good qualities in him outweighed the bad, his father. I'll say that. I don't condone, the hitting of his mother or anything like that, his wife or any woman for that matter. But understanding his mindset, his psyche made perfect sense. Yo, this thing, oh my God, that. So, like I said, it made perfect sense. And him being militant minded, but knowing what it is that he wants in life. I think that his father always kind of had that spirit. You know what I mean? Not necessarily like I have anything to prove to you. I just know what I want, so I'm gonna go get it, or by any means necessary, I'm gonna go do it. You know what I mean? And failure was never an option, clearly. You know, so him trying to instill that in children, yeah, I could see how Will felt. You know what I mean? Like, you're treating me like I'm a cadet, or I'm a captain or something, and you the general. Like, brother, like, what is you talking about? I didn't join boot camp. I'm just a 5-year-old. You know what I mean? But I understand like the values that he was building and instilling in those kids, you know, in all his children, was the mentality of nobody's just going to do anything for you. You have to go get it. You have to show that you deserved it and you earn it. You know what I mean? So not to look for a handout. You know what I mean? Because the niggas won't even give you a hand up. All right. So I applaud Daddy O for that. You know what I'm saying?
I got you on that part, but
yeah,
when he just took it too far. he took it too far when all your kids is scared of you, to the fact that
not Harry.
Yeah, Harry is Will Smith's brother. And
yeah,
he wasn't no bitch. You know what I'm talking about? He was not playing around with Daddy O. Daddy O was Will Smith's dad. That's what he called him, Daddy O. He was not playing around with him. And the biggest thing, well, man, it's hard. I hate to skip around, but because at the beginning of it, make it that I understand later on, like how he felt like when his mom was getting beat up by his dad, he said he felt like a coward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For years he felt like a coward because he didn't do nothing. His brother did something. He tried to get in there. Everybody pretty much tried to do something but him. And he felt like a coward. He said he felt like he had to perform and make his dad laugh so his dad wouldn't go upside his mama's head and stuff like that. That's how he thought his revenge was. I mean, his strategy was. And then now you see him go on this journey when you hear about it later on in the book. And then now I understand why he jumping from planes and the Grand Canyon. It makes most sense. Like, you felt like a coward this whole time. You finally feel powerful enough you can get over this stuff. You're not scared of nothing no more. So all this shit made sense in the grand scheme of reading you got to read the beginning, even though sometimes to get the end story. So it made total sense. Also, why sometimes we look at like what in the world is Willow and Jaden them doing? What, like, it's a little weird. And when he was talking about he wearing cowboy boots trying to dunk, I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense now.
It makes sense. Why? Crazy fool.
He said he was wearing cowboy boots. Boy tried to go out there and dunk, and by to split his wig, you know, so I had to go to the emergency room.
Yep.
So it's I like I always like movies like that where the story, you got to pay attention to the beginning to understand the ending. And I always appreciate a story like that. Listening to Will say he was a big liar and people called him a liar all the time. It almost gave me a
Travis voice right there.
What you say?
That's Travis' voice right there. Habitual with
it. Nah, but this gave me like a Joker feel because I'm like, am I supposed to trust you, Will? You say you was a liar, man. Like, are you lying now? Like, you said you would put more on the story. Like, is it what? Is this really what happened or not really? So I thought it was I liked the story, man. I thought it was dope. It just made me understand some of the moves he made, some of the stuff he did, and damn, yeah, it was a lot. There was a lot in there.
Hey man, real quick though, out of everybody, we're not jumping around. Who was your favorite character? Who was your favorite person from the movie, from the book? No matter how long they were, the journey, or you know how long you spoke of them. Like, just who was your favorite person? Like, damn, I liked you.
I like Jeff. He did good on Jeff's story. Jeff was kind of focused. Charlie Mack was pretty funny too. I like Charlie Mack character. But yeah, that's the two, the main two, I would say, besides Will.
Okay, what about Paul?
Huh?
What about Paul?
Paul.
His cousin that came to stay with him.
Bruce Lee nigga, Bruce Leroy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, nigga had that gloves for real.
Yeah. He said he punked his daddy, but daddy didn't talk to him crazy like that.
So then he's just like, yeah, I wish motherfucker would put a hand on me. I'll kill you. Yo, man, I swear, like, I read this part and I cracked the hell up. I think I need to go back to this chapter, to this ending, and just hear Will tell the story. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I gotta highlight it. I'm gonna read it off, man, because it was just I cried. I ain't gonna lie. It was about when his father's car got busted in.
Oh, okay.
Right, and they stole the radio. Mm-hmm. So he said, "Hey, Paul, you know." Daddy said, "You know how many times nigga don't broke in and stole my shit?" He's like, "I know exactly who did it, Uncle Will." And he was like, he's like, Daddy said, "Fuck them niggas. We got too much shit to do. Leave it alone," right? Mm-hmm. But Paul couldn't let it go. He was messing with a girl named Shirley, who used to mess with this old head named Black, and Black ran Winfield. He was always on the corner in front of Mr. Bryan's store with 7 or 8 of his friends. Black was about 6'4" and always had his shirt off. He didn't give a fuck. He would smoke weed outside in the daytime. Mm-hmm. Paul walked straight in the middle of the crowd, right up to Black. He said, "Did you touch my uncle's van?" Paul said. Everybody on the corner laughed. This is why I want to hear Will tell it. He was like, "Yeah, I did it. What you gonna do about it?" He said within a couple of seconds, Black's nose was broken, but he didn't know it yet, and he didn't find out till later when he regained consciousness. I was like, "Yo, that's funny." And he was like, "I never seen a fight like this except in the movies. Paul beat up everybody. Every dude on the corner either bleeding, running away, or asleep." Mm-hmm. I was like, "Yo, Paul OG, nigga. I like Paul." Yo, I like that. And then he said Paul never came back after that night.
Yeah,
like he just after he's like just disobeyed him, he said, "Nah, I'm gone," because he had that mindset though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect who's in command. You know what I'm saying? The authority. But yeah, man, I thought that was hilarious. Man, Paul is Paul, my guy, man. Paul, my guy.
Paul was.
I like Charlie. I do like Charlie, man. I do like Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie had me roll. He had too many stories. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Will. Hey, my man, you gotta back up, man. Yeah, but I know he's online. He's on the air. Hey, man, come on. Y'all gotta hear the audio.
Y'all got to listen to this audible, man. Y'all gotta listen to the audible. I'm telling you,
it's very entertaining.
Man, I like it. I like that audible a lot, man. I was like, damn, I forgot how many hours it was. It was like 18 hours, 16 hours, something like that. I was like, I ain't never gonna finish this, man. And I put that thing on, and I just kept it rolling. You know what I'm talking about? Anytime I had a break, I would just listen to it. That was like, it was entertaining. I like it. You know, so much. So definitely listen to that. It's just, man. I know we skipping around, but
it's cool.
I want to skip around. I watched it.
Which one?
Did it make you want to try that shit?
The dog. I did. I really wanted to taste this nasty ass juicy tea. You know what I'm talking about? Just so I could have this reflection. You know what I'm saying? Just so I could have these inner, I don't want to call them demons, but the deeper parts of my mind and soul that I might push away that harbor still. You know what I mean? And inflict some type of damage to you that you're not even aware of. You know what I mean? Like, I want to come face to face with them things. You know what I mean? Things that I'm too afraid to speak of or speak on or speak up about or speak out about or change about myself. Like, I would love to. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think a lot of it I already know. Yeah. But is there some underlying reason as to why that I don't know? You see what I'm saying? So I want the beautiful lady whispering in my ear that I can't see. You know
how he explained it was like it's so you could move through it and heal from it. And he's like the third person I've heard talk about that. Mike Tyson talked about it.
Okay.
Neil Brennan, he wrote on the Dave Chappelle show. He talked about it. He's a white guy on the Dave Chappelle show. I don't know if you remember it, but he did a lot of writing on there. He talked about. He said he met God when he took ayahuasca. He said he was an atheist, and he said he did ayahuasca. And he said he met God, and he said he's absolutely real. And he had one of them experiences. I'm like, damn, like it's something that serious. He said it was something like ancient people. It was a place that we could get in touch with the spiritual realm or whatever like that, and we can get through stuff, and it heals you. That the way he explained it had me thinking about it, and then listening to Will talk about it, it was like it sounded like some shit. But I also heard you can shit on yourself, and I don't want shit on myself either while I'm doing all this, because I'll be going through some shit, and then I wake up and I'm shitted on myself. I wouldn't want that.
That means it's working, my son.
I'm in the room with the lady.
That's how I know you've been on the spiritual journey. If you ain't pooped yourself, then you need to go back in, take a bigger sip, and go back to sleep.
That's why that's what I'm thinking. That's why a lady ain't tell Will nothing. Just drink this and shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah,
shit on yourself here in a little bit.
I'm just here to change. Yeah.
He said, "I'm here to guide you." I'm like, "No, you here to change him after he shit on himself." But that shit did sound crazy, man. For him to get through that stuff like that, and for him to have that kind of, I know something had to happen for him and Jada to have that kind of relationship they got now. That it's like, I don't know if this is like it, but it seems like you get yourself happy, however that is, and then we on this together. Like we friends, we partners, we not going nowhere. But go get yourself together. Like it was almost like you go do you, and you can still come back to me, and we still good. I took it like maybe I misheard it wrong, but that's what I felt when I heard the book. Like he was at peace with that portion of it.
Yeah, that ties into like he had a lot of excerpts in there that I felt really related to me in a sense, you know what I'm saying, or that I could relate to, you know what I'm saying. Not necessarily that my story is the same or my walk of life is the same, but it's just some things are undeniable. You know what I'm saying? That you're drawn to, and it's like, damn, nigga, why are you looking in the mirror at yourself but talking to me? You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like that, and I think a lot of people can actually find, certain bits and pieces that they can relate to as well, on a higher frequency than maybe the other advantageous listener. All right. When you're speaking about the happiness part of, he spoke about his first marriage, and I thought that was weird. I'm not gonna say it's weird because he got a child out of it that he loves, you know what I mean? But I couldn't fathom myself. This is where I'm like, well, I don't understand you, brother. You've been hunting Jada forever. Yeah. You go to the show to see Jada on a different world. But you start talking to this girl because you're making her laugh because she's from Schenectady. You know what I'm talking about?
That's because she had all of the traits of a wife, though, that he wanted in a wife. Like she can cook, she could take care of a room and all that. He explained like all the traits she had. It was so good.
I'm not talking about the traits though, but I couldn't bring myself to say that I'm mysteriously drawn to this one woman, and I finally built up the courage to go introduce myself fully, and I get sidetracked because I make another girl laugh, and I forget about the woman that I'm there to see. I don't understand that. I'm like, it's nice talking to you, but I'm here on a mission. You know what I'm talking about? I'm here to get that one. So I understand, like, you got to go through stuff to realize it, but that's just not me. Like, yo, if I say I want that one, that's it. Everything else is blacked out around that one. You know what I mean? Your glow is going to be so strong, it's going to blind me from seeing anything else except walking towards that light. So I didn't appreciate that, Will. I'm just telling you, man to man, 50% of you, I didn't appreciate that you even went through that and you did the shit that you did. You know what I'm saying? But I understand you got to learn to live and live to learn. I understand, but I ain't like that. But you know, when they was talking about, you know, I like this, you know what I mean? When he's talking about the relationships, and this one is in the love chapter. So, which is chapter 21, people. If you're reading, it's on page 403. If you're listening, it's the last page, all right, of that chapter. So he says this, though, that there are few things in life more challenging than being married. All right. The intimacy tends to stir up and expose our most poisonous inner energies. If we can learn to love here, we can love anywhere. All right. The question is, can we love each other unconditionally, or is our love contingent upon the other person acting exactly as we need them to? It's easy to love somebody when they do what you want them to do, exactly how you want them to do it. But how do you behave when they step outside of your picture? How do you treat them when they hurt you? Those are the times that determine whether or not you actually love somebody. Love is hard. It takes enormous courage to open a wounded heart over and over again to the possibility of love's bliss. Love demands bravery, a willingness to risk it all. But bravery does not mean the absence of fear. Bravery is learning to continue forward even when you're terrified. I thought when I he was speaking at that part. But when he said it, I immediately picked up my tablet. I went back and I found where the hell it was at. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have known where it was at had he not said, okay, the last chapter. So that helped me out. You know what I'm talking about? Because I was like, God damn, I gotta find this shit. So yeah, man, that hit different. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people just relationships, marriages, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancés, or whatever your life situation is. I think a lot of people go through that. You know what I mean? And so where it's like you said, it's easy to love somebody when they are exactly what you want them to be and do it exactly how you want them to do it. But that's not love. Love is, can you accept them when they're not that? Can you still love me the same? You see what I'm saying? And I think that's, you know, a lot of people, self-included, don't understand or didn't understand, like, when the picture is painted that way. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, everybody's happy when you're doing exactly what I want. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no complaints. But just because you got complaints don't mean that you should love somebody less or love somebody indifferent or not love them at all. So if you're so easily able not to love somebody because of that, did you really love them? Or when times get hard, did you really give your all? Because I would think that you would give your all for somebody that you love. You know what I mean? Not turn, and I'm not gonna say like turn and tuck your tail and run away type shit, but like you said, bravery is willing to accept the fear of now I'm speaking because I ain't gonna read this. The willing to to accept the fear of the unknown. You know what I mean? Because nobody knows what the days bring. 1 minute could be one thing, the next minute something different. Are you willing to adapt to that? Are you willing to change with that? Are you willing to stay committed? So I like how he put that. Just me personally, I like that, and it resonated because I thought to myself, I was like, damn, okay, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I understand that, and I appreciate, like I said, somebody actually thinking the way that I be thinking sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was dope. I actually highlighted that. That's my shit right there. I highlighted that shit.
Yeah. So, that was a dope one. That was a dope bar right there.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. He had a lot of gems in there, man. That you could tell he went on the journey, and he doing the work, did the work. It sounds like it's a continued journey of him still doing the work, but
yes.
I love the part when he went to go see the therapist, and
what he called it? What she called it?
I can't remember.
Start with M.
You talking about her name?
No, you talking about the therapist that he was actually talking to, and she wanted to know like the ladies that he sees. There you go. Thank you. I thought it started with him. There you go. Ends with him.
Yeah. She asked him, what would make you happy? And he said, a harem of women. And so she said, who would be in that harem? And they made a whole list out of women. I know he had Halle Berry. I had to Google some of the other women. I wasn't impressed with some of the other ones, but hey, it is neither here nor there.
What they said is like the personalities of them, and not the looks. It might be something else that they do that you're drawn to. Yeah. So it's kind of like weird science. You're trying to build a perfect woman.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So I like that whole portion of the story.
Well, like you said, man. Well, like we were saying, that didn't get edited out. So I'll go a little bit further into it. I think there is no such thing as the ideal individual. You know what I mean? Like they don't exist. And you'll ruin your mind trying to find that. You know what I mean? That somebody that checks every single box on your unrealistic list of life expectations. You know what I mean? That's where the word compromise was created, people. You know what I'm saying? Some things you're just not gonna get. But if you get somebody who do 7 of the 10, that's a win. You know what I mean? Or are you so self-centered that you're looking for 8? You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just gotta make do. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure that you, as the other person in this relationship, don't check every box as well. So you need to think a little bit less of yourself and more of the person that you're with. And that's exactly how it should be. That's what I think. You know what I mean? So I think when people, tout themselves and, they tell themselves, well, I do this or I am that. And then it shouldn't be a measuring. You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't be measuring your expectations against the realistic standards that you have created for yourself. You know what I mean? So I'll just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a harem. I have a list of women that I would do, but that's not it. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know how they are in real life. I don't get that far to know. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but Sanaa Lathan is my harem of harems. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I can go with that. Mm-hmm. Whether she's an actress or not, or an actor now, as they like to call them, but I've seen her in many roles that I thoroughly enjoy. You know what I'm talking about? And I love her personality in all of them. So that's good enough for me. So now when you tune in, because I'm going to tag you in this, and I'm going to tag you, because I've been seeing you on the gram, real active, showing family, and I ain't in there. So I don't know why your husband ain't in there with the rest of with your brothers and your sisters. Like, I'm their in-law. Quit acting like that. You know what I'm talking about? Give mom a kiss. I'll be there soon. So anyway, man, like, I don't know, man. Like, let's go backwards, man. To understand where he comes in with the harem, how that ties in is he's always loved hard, and how he said he judged, himself being loved in the relationships is that he had to do, make you laugh. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of those, well, if you're not smiling, what did I do? Like one of them bugaboos. Shout out Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tag you in this too, Beyonce, just because. So talk about the whole goddamn industry, yo. If I name drop you as a celebrity, you're getting tagged. All right. So it is what it is. Yo, I'm dead ass serious too. Dead ass. So he was one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can I do? What can I do? Like, not giving you that space to just breathe. And a lot of times not giving that space to breathe is your doom. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't necessarily, what you did or didn't do well. It was that you was just like taking up the oxygen in the room, my nigga. Like, yo, back the fuck up off me, man. So I understood like where his harem talk comes into play. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? From the failure of his past relationships. You know what I mean? So and him hoeing around, or like when he was a music star, you know what I'm saying, and he was touring and stuff like that. I get it, you know what I'm saying. I truly get it, you know what I'm saying. Like always trying to find, and then at that point in time, also him going like he was going through the stuff with Jada, also, you know what I'm saying. So that can make you break psyche as well, or lose yourself. And I think that was before he did the drink thing, right? What you call
That
it?
was before,
yeah. So I understood it. I understood why.
I think
You
he
know,
had just did that party for her, right? He had did that
was
big
that the
party.
40?
Yeah,
The 40-year-old,
that
the
big
40
party
birthday.
that she didn't like. He was
Yeah,
pissed
it
off
could have
about
been.
it.
Really could have been.
And I understood what she was talking about. It was like, I didn't ask for this shit. She sounded like somebody that likes shit low key. She just want to chill. She didn't want to have no wedding. She didn't want to have this, but she kept on bending. And after a while, you bend so many times, you like, fuck it. Like, I'm done. Like, ain't no more bending. You know what I'm saying? You gotta compromise. You gotta go both ways. But while we're here talking about Jada, I think it's important that we answer this question that he asked. He had the story about when they met. When they met Gigi, when Jada met Gigi. And he asked the question, and I think it's only right for the MVP to answer that question. He asked, was it funny the way he introduced Jada to Gigi? If you haven't read the book, you need to read it. I'm just going to give you a real quick synopsis of it. He told Gigi about Jada. Gigi want to come see her. Gigi get off the plane. Come there. He put on Jason's lyrics. He called Jada up, and Jada said, I'm on my way. So what he did was he timed the movie so it would come to the sex scene right when Jada get to the house. So when Jada pull up, Jada getting dicked down by Alan Payne. And that's how his grandmother met his now wife. And she was not happy about that shit at all. And me personally, I think he was fucked up. That's fucked up. That is wrong. That's the first way I meet your grandmother, and you told her about how holy she is and all this, the best woman in the world, and that's how you did it. Well, that actually wasn't funny, dog. I'm sorry, man. I would have been hot with you, man. I would have been through. But hey, that's just how I feel about that. That was fucked up. How you feel?
Honestly, I didn't see anything wrong with Jada's reaction.
Okay. I was about to say.
Yeah, I got y'all. I got all y'all. I know I'll be wilding, but no, I ain't that wild. There's no fucking way in hell. Literally, those two words, fucking and hell. Like, that I'm going to put this on and be like, yo, I want you to meet my lady, and you show that. Like, what is you doing? Like, how is that funny, bro?
That is not funny.
That's not funny, and that's not a story I'm about to be telling. I don't find that amusing at all. Like, I don't know, man.
It's funny on the outside looking in, but it wouldn't be funny. It'd never be funny to me.
Not in the moment.
Not
in the moment.
If it was me that did it, the way I met my wife's grandparents is you put on a home film of us fucking, like, I would feel away. Like, even though it's fake, I still would feel away.
Still, like, I'm butt naked rolling around in the hot steamy sex. Like, bro, come on, Chief. Like, that's terrible. That was terrible, Will. That was terrible. You shouldn't have did that, my guy. There's a lot of jokes and shit that you was doing that I didn't think was funny, man. Like, I'm like, Will, you out here looking like a weirdo, bro. Nigga, let me see your feet. They got on cowboy boots. There you go again.
Hey.
Well, yo, man. I don't know, man. Like, because we jumping around, but you highlighted how, one of your favorite persons mentioned in the book is DJ Jazzy Jeff. There's a lot of stuff that I did not know about. He's the DJ and I'm the rapper. You know what I'm saying? That it makes me appreciate Jeff a lot more. You know what I'm saying? It truly does. From his battle with his illness, to overcoming that, to him pretty much just being locked in the basement by his own doing, his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, that he wasn't like in trouble. That was just his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't a captive. But I understand his mind a lot more. The way that Will was able to, unfold it for, the people who don't know, especially not growing up in that era, that generation of the music and the times, like you wouldn't have known. You know what I mean? So I truly enjoy that. And honestly, the way Will paints it, even though Will is the megastar nowadays, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When it comes to the music segment, he doesn't take credit for it. Mm-hmm. He gives all the accolades and the praise to Jeff. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, when he starts to do his other spinoff records, Miami and Getting Jiggy with It and Men in Black, like those are different. Those don't include, but I like it, man. Mm-hmm. I like it because I know like it's always DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince or, whatever Will was calling. Yeah, Fresh Prince. So I always knew his name came first, but I just thought that was just, it just sounds better when certain names go first. Like Playing Kid, don't like Kid and Play, phenomenal. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? So its name, you got to play with stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it just rolls off a lot better that way. So, but I didn't know, how he described Jeff, bringing this technique to the forefront and, really pumping it up and letting people know. And then, him going to the world DJ challenge or whatever it was called and winning that and going against top tier names and, pretty much being dissed by the first person that he went against, what I'm talking about? Like, hey, man, and whatever. And then proceeded to light that ass up. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought that was great. You know what I'm saying? So I love the chapters where he honed in on Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously we see him on the show. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch the show because
they said he wore the same clothes every time he got kicked out.
I gotta go watch.
I gotta see that. They said every time he wore a sweater, that's when he was gonna get kicked out of the show. So I was like, wow, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, so I gotta go back and watch it now. You know what I'm saying?
I could have put money on he got kicked out. Like at least it was
more than that,
more than one of the two styles. But
yeah, I agree.
I missed that.
And then I gotta go back and watch the one with Don Cheadle in it. You know what I'm saying? Where he was talking about he learned everybody's mind.
It came on the day I was reading that. I mean, listening to that section. It came on TV, and you can see
really.
You can see him in the words and all that. Yeah.
Oh, well, you gotta be better than that, Will. Even I wouldn't be that amateurish. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, man, I like that though. I really like that, tapping into the musical journey of where his focus was and, kind of why his lyrics were the way that they were. So he wasn't always a squeaky clean rapper, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? He said he had them joints in his composition notepad. Fuck you, bitch. I'm taking the shit. Lick the dick and suck the tip. Like he had all that. He says that in the book, y'all. So I'm a freestyler. So but he said his grandmother found it and said, well, you don't have to use such words. You're intellectual, man. Use that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he went soft in everybody's eyes. You know what I'm talking about? But then also when you start calling him soft, he said he got to the point where I'm just start punching on Nixon.
Punch people in the
and
face,
hide behind Charlie. Yeah, and hide behind Charlie. So yo, man, like I said, just to get out of that pocket, I just enjoyed that part.
The whole thing was great to me.
Go ahead.
The whole thing was good to me. I love the Ali portion. I love the portion. It's so much in this book, man. We'll be here all fucking day talking about this damn book. You guys to listen.
We gotta talk about the Ali portion. We gotta talk about that.
Well, let's get into Ali, man.
Hold on.
The Ali portion, man, definitely something we gotta talk about.
Sure.
The way he met him, what gets me first off, I didn't know Ali was still talking as good as he was talking. Every time you saw him, he looked like he was just kind of shaky a little bit. So it did me well to like still listening to him, still got that little banter, that Ali banter he be doing, talking shit. He said when he met him, he was talking, he was like, yeah, he about as pretty as me, you know what I'm saying? He can do the role, you know what I'm talking about? I liked all that shit, man. Thought that was dope.
You almost as pretty as me, but you so ugly. Yeah,
I like
man.
that shit. And then when he said, put your dukes up, he said, y'all see him? He just hit me. He said he had that same little thing.
I did.
Oh,
I
y'all see
cried.
him?
I
He just
laughed
hit
on that.
me. Yeah, like I love the whole Ali thing, man. I thought it
Yeah.
was super dope. I like the trainer, Henry. Was his name Henry? I can't remember the trainer's name, but I liked him too. He was dope.
Yeah.
He had
Shit.
the only person in this whole thing that he really didn't like, it seemed like, was his daddy. But everybody else he liked pretty well. I mean, he didn't have nothing bad to say about nobody but his daddy, really. But yeah, Ali, you had to. You had to do it. Once he seen Ali, he was talking about he didn't want to do it. I can understand why he probably wouldn't want to do that role.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah,
That's some pressure right there.
Hell of a lot of pressure. Boy,
and he said he didn't know how to fight, so that too, like, was.
Oh yeah, he
was
said he didn't know how to fight. Yeah, he ain't lying.
Know how to fight now though.
Yep.
Not enough to take a sucker punch, but enough to actually fight. You know what I'm talking about? So that's good. That's good for Will.
Yeah.
Ain't mad at
him. Yeah. It's just a good story, man. The whole his life is. It's definitely. I remember we was talking about 2 weeks ago. I was like, man, I don't know about the Will thing, man. We got to chill out real quick, man. You know
yeah, because you was like, I'm hearing stuff. I'm like, what you hearing, man? Like, like, I'm thinking you was about to tell me like that you heard about the swinging and all this. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
I ain't heard.
Why you didn't want to be 50%?
I ain't heard about.
Oh, so now you back. Now you back.
It's so many stories like Will. They said Will talking about he was throwing up after sex and stuff like that. I missed that part when he said that in the book. I don't remember hearing that. Did you?
No,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember it.
What was that around? Like,
shit, the tip of his stardom, pretty much.
See, Kim, she got on the Audible and listened to it, and I thought I reversed it enough. Maybe I didn't rewind it enough.
Nah, you said
I didn't hear that.
Time.
So people was going off about that, him throwing up, he having that much sex with women, he throwing up and all that. I'm like, I got you. It was just so much stuff with Jada, but now I kind of understand her a little bit more as well by reading this book, or listening to the book.
He didn't go into Pac the way that I thought he would, though. Like, all he just said, like, I never spoke to him.
Well, yeah, but then he talked about he was jealous for no damn reason and stuff like that.
I get that too, but like, come on, man.
Huh?
Come on, man. Give me something. You gotta give me something.
You can't really talk about somebody you ain't talked to.
Yeah.
You ain't had no interaction with him, so that's about as much as he put in the book.
See, but I would like to know, is that something that he would regret though? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you regret not ever just having this? I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah,
you didn't hear him talk about.
He said that's one thing he wish he would have did. It was talk to him. He just wasn't mature
enough.
I
don't even know.
Yeah, he said he wasn't mature enough to have that conversation.
Okay.
I understand, because I don't know if I could, especially around his age. Like, my wife like worships the feet of another nigga. I would probably feel away. I probably still feel away today. Like, God damn, like the way she talk about Pac though is like different. So everybody already look at it like they must have been doing something, but they always say they never did nothing. But it's a weird kind of friendship I guess they got, and so he wasn't mature enough to handle that. I don't think a lot of guys is mature enough to handle that, to be totally honest. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not one of them niggas. I'm not one of them niggas. Yo, you got who? Male friends? From where? No, your male friends is my friends. I've already vetted these niggas. I don't know them niggas. Yeah, just like that. Just like that.
You got to give some kind of grace, man. At this point, especially the age we in. Say if it didn't work out, my wife, man. Whoever I talk to is going to have some male friends that she's probably known since high school or something like that. Yeah. Who am I to just come in there and be like, no, you can't talk to nobody? It's we too old at this point. Like, you can't shut that down. You look like an idiot at this point. So it's like, man, you gotta kind of suck that up, man, and hope for the best. Like, yo, y'all ain't never did nothing. You kind of figure that out. Like, that's your little brother, whatever. Then that's it. That's what we talking about.
I just ain't gonna be dating if that's the case. If you can't handle that, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I guess you and I just ain't gonna be a piece of this pie. that makes it whole. You know what I'm talking about? So I understand it. But what else? There's so much in there, man. Like it sounds like we're jumping around, but the book don't. You know what I'm saying? It really builds all the way through to understanding the journeys and the avenues that he took and why he adopted the mindset of, you know, becoming this big ass star. And you know, I got to go back and now I got to watch the year or the season where, you know, Will didn't have that many lines because this nigga was in shit. The nigga was in character of the movie that he did, his first movie role. So
6 degrees of separation. Is that it? 6 degrees of separation?
Yes. Where he was the, you know, the scammer pretty much, you know what I'm saying?
I thought everybody always told me he was gay in the movie. I've never watched the movie. I just went along with, I guess he played a gay role, but they said he wasn't. I heard that too, but I
don't know.
They said he wasn't gay in the movie. He said they fell in love with the other girl,
with the woman. Yeah.
So how can you be gay if you fell in love with a woman? I don't understand that portion. I guess I gotta watch the movie. I don't know. I don't know. I still don't want to go watch it. I'm cool.
I don't either. Yeah. I'm good. I just take your word for it that it's a good movie. You know what I'm talking about? I just take your word for it's a good movie.
Yeah.
But all those other movies I tapped in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Legend of Valiant Brands. He didn't even talk about that movie at all. That's good. That was a good movie.
He didn't. But you know, he talked about his blockbuster ones, and you know, the year that he said Denzel got his award. I thought that was funny. And then all it made me think about was Jay Farrell. I'm tagging you too, nigga. When he did the impressions, you know, the impersonations of, you know, Denzel. He ate my pickles. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I thought that was funny as well, man. So if y'all have never seen that, watch Jay Farrell, the Denzel Washington and Will Smith impersonation. You gonna cry. That nigga's, you talented, my brother. I tagged you, so you know I said that. Show me love. All right. So yeah, man. But I thought about that, you know what I mean? And you know, I don't know who won the year that he didn't get Ali, but I thought he would have shown enough one for that. You know what I mean? So
he should have.
I don't know. This man has had a lot of phenomenal roles. Shoot, The Pursuit of Happiness. I thought he would have won for that. But it's like, yo, I don't know what kind of prominent role you got to play in order to get this. Now, maybe in this new movie, what's the name? King Richard. King Richard. Maybe. I haven't seen the movie, but maybe it'll be. You know what I'm saying? It'll be dope enough to where he gets nominated and finally receives an Academy Award. You know what I'm saying? The Emmy, if I think that's what they call it, the Emmy. So where's the Oscar? Whatever prestigious award it is for, you know, best male actor, that one. So I do like it, man. But I started to understand his drive as to why, and then, you know, not understanding the level of success and wanting more. Like, bro, this ain't regular. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand the trajectory that you on, man, and the things that you're accomplishing and achieving? Take a step back and analyze. You could observe the rest of the industry, man. Don't you think people want to be like you? So I you know, I thought it was dope though, man. I understand it. And you know, how that same mentality, when you talk about the weirdness of Jaden and Willow at times, you know, like how he kind of, you know, his mindset, he projected that upon them. You know what I'm saying?
He just projected them to be free. That's all. He didn't want to. It seemed like he didn't want to hold them to the same constraints he was held to when he was a kid. So go be free, do your thing. I mean, it comes off to us as weird because we ain't seen no shit like that. But I mean, but it's I guess it's not really weird. It's just the perspective. I guess.
Yeah,
it's just not normal. Let's say abnormal stuff.
Yeah, I'd be remiss if I didn't give her love though. Shout out to Willow. I like the move that you made, Willow, when you was on tour, opening up for Bieber. Fucking Bieber. I'm tagging you too, Bieber. What up, Justin? Shout out. So
you gonna shout out everybody's name?
Yeah, so if I can think of it. Opening on tour, and they was wherever they was overseas, and she was like, you know, came on stage and was like, yeah, daddy, I'm done. He was like, yeah, until tomorrow. No, daddy, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
And she said something to him like, you know, are you not happy or proud of, or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, but you signed a contract. No, daddy, you told Mr. Jay-Z. You know what I'm talking about? So I love all that. Shout out Hove. You tag, nigga. I know you don't have one, but I'll just tag Beyonce twice. So I like that though. You know what I'm saying? And he said, you know, I had to take a step back, like, damn, you know, she's telling me that she's done. But in his mind, he was like, nah, she gonna go to sleep and be ready tomorrow. Woke up the next day, hair was shaved, bald head.
Can't whip no hair back
and he was like, I finally understood what she meant when she says, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I liked that. I liked it.
She had a lot of sayings in that book that that would have hit my soul if she would have said it to me, like, daddy don't like us or whatever. When he said, daddy has a picture of his mind of the perfect family and it ain't us. That would have, like, all them in retrospect. I know he feels all that, and that's why it stuck on him like that. Like he had to put that in there because it's like your daughter tell you that, it's like, damn, yo, you is kind of right. Like I got everything I wanted, but for some reason in my head I don't see y'all in this. Like this is not the perfect situation.
Yeah,
like that was for him to say that was some kind of stuff. I don't know if I would have shared that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I kind of left that one alone. That probably still would have hurt me to this day. You know what I'm saying? But I
like him showing his vulnerability. That I do like. You know what I'm saying? His weaknesses and not necessarily accentuating his strengths at the same time. So I thought, that was dope.
So overall, we got to rate the book, man. We got to rate it. Let's do the old 1-2 thumbs up. I got 2 thumbs up on the book. I liked it. Very entertaining, especially the Audible. I could listen to that all day. I like when people read. I like when people I can hear their voices. Like in a book, like Charlemagne book that I got. It read like the way he talks. So I like that I can hear, because I can hear his voice when I read it. This right here, it some things I don't think Will said, because I think the writer changed a couple things, but it helped him speaking them and me listening to it. That's why I think it was probably a little rough for you the first couple chapters reading it. But when you actually hear it coming from him, it makes it a little easier, and you got the stuff going on. I like the 2 thumbs up for me. Must read, must check it out. What you got, book? You on mute, sir. There you go.
Yeah, I know. 2 thumbs up, man. Very entertaining. For those that lack inspiration, very inspirational. You know what I mean? Those that lack, certainty, very reassuring. Okay. So please tap in, tune in, read, hear, listen, absorb, enjoy it, man. It was very positive. I put my mom's on it. I said, hey, you ain't got nothing to do. I got her the audio. I said, I got the audio, moms. You ain't got to read nothing. Just listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Miss Donna reading no damn book like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, it's good. And then I told her, like, yo, just listening to it, hearing it is a lot better. Shout out to Uncle Luke. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I meant to talk about y'all. I meant to talk about you know what I'm saying? Public, yeah. So anyway, I meant to get into all of that. You know what I'm talking about? I really wanted to talk about Luke. Don't stop, get it. Well, officer, I just want to let you know he's already out with his dick on stage. You know what I'm talking about?
Will kind of dry stage. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, Will.
Yeah, man. So it was stuff like that, yo. If you can hear it, it's that much better. You know what I'm saying? So his storytelling was on point, man. You know, the ones that he did share and reveal. So anyway, man, get the book, support that man, support us. We are the half of Will Smith. So therefore you are reading our lives in some small portion. Okay. We just ain't got the millions and millions and zillions of dollars. So but we striving to get there. All right. So enjoy that. Enjoy us. Make sure you remember to like, share, and subscribe to our page. Okay. Comment also, you know what I'm saying? Let us know your feedback about what you felt about this book. You know what I mean? Like, did we miss something that you wanted us to talk about? It's too late now, but you can still tell us. You know what I'm saying? We
can do a quick talk about it the next time.
We can double back and just highlight some of the stuff. If enough people say something, all right. If enough people say something, all right. You can't be in the unsung majority. I got to hear you. All right. So again, remember to do that. Like. Yo, break the damn button. All right. Make sure you follow us on IG. Okay, that's Instagram for you non-knowing people. That will be at the MVP_podcast. All right, right there. You'll see us put up every week what we doing. You know what I'm talking about? Give you a little something about what we did. All right. Make sure you email us at the mansviewpodcast@yahoo.com. Okay, that's email us at mansviewpodcast@yahoo.com. All right. Let us know if you want some merch. All right. Drop it in the YouTube comments. We saw you. We see you. We see you. We got it coming. Don't you worry about it. It's in high demand, y'all. It's quality material here. Okay. This is a one-of-one. This logo don't get done by nobody but us. All right. So tune in, strap in, order, reserve, keep the love going. All right. So we appreciate y'all rocking with us this week. And until the next one. That's how I feel.
You hear me? I think that was good, man. We had a good time. Talked about Will Book. Like he said, any questions, concerns before the next podcast, we can just throw that in there. You know what I'm talking about? Answer any questions, anything else you want us to talk about. I really was hoping the boy G was here so we can get into the self-help portion of it a little bit deeper. But the boy wasn't here, so it's cool. Maybe we'll talk about it some other time. But until then, man, until next week, we're going to holler at y'all, man. It's been the MVP. Peace out.
Right. Pray for me. Pray for Book. Do everything I can.